Hello, Pally.
Today is March 19th, 2019.
INFocus starts right now. A Pally publication is looking for submissions of scientific writing.
A new policy proposed by the Trump administration might affect those borrowing money for college.
And we will get to know an INFocus anchor who is quite a history of being on TV.
All that and more is coming up on today's show.
Welcome to INFocus. I'm Thomas Colburn.
And I'm Jason Goldie.
There's a lot going on around campus.
Here's some important announcements from today's campus bulletin.
The city of Palo Alto is looking for sister city ambassadors. Neighbors Abroad is now expecting applications for its summer exchange program with students from Oaxaca, Mexico. Applications are due by March 31st and can be completed at the link on the screen. Sophomores interested in attending Camp Unity have an available opportunity. Palo will be hosting Challenge Day, a mini Camp Unity on a campus for sophomores this year. If you are interested in attending, stop by the Wellness Center to learn more. Pally's science publication known as Veritas are accepting writing submissions to feature in their next issue. No journalism experience is required and all students are welcome to sign up. Visit the link on the screen.
Pally Cheer and Dance is holding 2 open practices for students to learn the routines and see what cheer entails. The practices will be held on March 26th and 28th. The actual tryouts will be the week of Monday, April 15th. There are less than 10 days left to purchase prom tickets. Go to the ASB web store or Miss Giffen's office in the Tower Building to buy them. Sales end March 27th. Speaking of prom, there is a chance to earn free tickets and a prize for asking that special someone to the dance. Record and take pictures of your prom asking and post it to the Prom Asking Competition's Facebook page to be entered into the competition. The posts with the most reactions will be determined the winners.
This Friday in the Big Gym, there will be a Pally instrumental music event. Pally bands and orchestra will be showcasing the annual Pops concert and swing dance. The night features a concert, dinner, and dancing to Pally Jazz Band. There will also be a professional dance instructor for those who are not great dancers. Tickets are $10 for students and $50 for adults. Pally senior and speech and debate member Nisha McNillis earned one of 3 spots to the national tournament in Lincoln Douglas debate. This is the 3rd time Pally has sent someone to this national tournament in the last 16 years. Congratulations, Nisha. Moving on now from what's going on around campus to what's happening in the world and locally today.
Let's take a look at what's topping today's headlines in today's News Minute.
We're finding out more about the Michael Cohen raid in April 2018. Dozens of pages of partially redacted documents were released this morning. Here's some of what the documents show. Investigators went after Cohen's Gmail accounts going back to 2015. During Cohen's time at the Trump Organization, prosecutors asked for data from Cohen's cell phones the month before the 2016 election. They also tracked Cohen's incoming and outgoing calls for 2 months after the raid, when he was in touch with Trump and his lawyers. A section of the document detailing Cohen's campaign finance violation is redacted.
General Motors said employees from its closed plant in Lordstown, Ohio now have new jobs. A spokesperson announced Tuesday that 500 workers have been transferred to other locations and nearly 350 were eligible for retirement. Workers who move will get up to $30,000 in transfer assistance from the company. Production for the Chevy Cruze sedan ended at the Ohio plant 2 weeks ago. A plant in Baltimore is set to close next month. One in Michigan is due to shut down in August, and GM's factory in Detroit is expected to close in January 2020. GM has faced backlash for its decision to close the 4 U.S. plants, including criticism from President Trump.
The Trump administration is calling on Congress to place limits on student loan borrowing. Currently, there is a cap on the amount of money an undergraduate college student can borrow from the federal government. That number is just over $57,000 over the student lifetime. But no such limit exists for graduate students, as well as parents and guardians of undergrads. Some critics argue that unlimited borrowing could encourage colleges to hike tuition and leave students and others struggling to pay back loans. A senior White House official says the administration wants to encourage responsible borrowing, but the official did not give a specific number on what the proposed limit would be. The news of today may be interesting, but I, for one, want to take a look at the past.
Well, lucky for you, INFocus's resident historian Derek Dong has been doing some research about the Iraq War.
Phyllis, Derek?
I will fill you in, Thomas. Today marked an event that will still affect world politics today. On this day in 2003, the United States, along with a coalition force primarily from the United Kingdom, initiated war in Iraq. Just after explosions began to rock Baghdad, Iraq's capital, U.S. President George W. Bush announced in a televised address, "At this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger." President Bush and his advisors built much of their case for war on the idea that Iraq, under dictator Saddam Hussein, possessed or was in the possession of building weapons of mass destruction. None were discovered. That's all from me. Back to you.
Being an anchor on INFocus can be pretty hard.
I know it's been a learning experience for me, but it seems the more I go on the air, the better I get.
Me too, Jason, but one INFocus anchor is no stranger to TV. Anthony Yu has more.
Most Pali students have the same daily routine. Wake up in the morning, go to school, go home, relax, and do some work. Like most students, Pali freshman Max Bonstarter does these same things. Also, like a lot of Pali students, Max has chosen an elective that he is passionate about. Max can be recognized as an anchor and sports reporter on INFocus, but that isn't where Max's TV experience ends. Unlike most students, Max has the opportunity to be seen on CBS, ESPN SportsCenter, Harry TV, and The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon. With this impressive resume, Max is one of the most qualified anchors on INFocus. However, he didn't get these big gigs right away.
My first ever national television experience was on CBS Sports.
That was a blast. I had so much fun at Media Day. I'm really excited.
Max's national TV presence all started at 11 years old when he won a national contest.
Chosen as one of 14 kids in the country to be official Sports Illustrated Kids reporter, and it's been amazing since.
As a SI Kids reporter, Max got to meet a lot of big names.
Kobe Bryant, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, a lot of NBA players I've met. Kenny Smith I've met, one of my favorite broadcasters. I've met a lot of cool ESPN people, so.
Max has a bright and promising future ahead of him. Max is only a freshman and has been on national TV multiple times, along with an impressive resume.
I would be interested in doing NBA reporting, or maybe doing commentating, or even having being at the halftime show in the NBA or something. Any of that would be awesome. So whatever the future holds for me.
Max Bonstarter is surely a name you'll be hearing in the future. Perhaps even when you switch on ESPN to watch the 2045 Super Bowl.
Perfect form. I'm really excited to sit down and enjoy the game.
And if you know a student with an interesting story to tell, let us know by going to our website or emailing us at bulletin@infocusnews.tv.
Thanks for that great story, Anthony.
How are the other Pali athletes doing?
Well, you win some and you lose some, right? Let's take a look at the scoreboards from yesterday. Girls JV lacrosse crossed with Los Gatos, winning with a score of 9-7. Girls varsity lacrosse lost against Los Gatos with a score of 8-15. At 4 p.m., varsity softball will pitch at home against Saratoga, and boys varsity lacrosse will cradle at Mountain View. At 5:30 p.m., boys JV lacrosse will also play at Mountain View. That's all. Now back to you.
It seems like lacrosse season is really ramping up, and I'm excited.
Me too. And you know what else is ramping up? The nice warm springtime weather.
Let's take a look at the weather report. So as we look at San Francisco, we got a high of 63 and a low of 53. It's roughly around 61 degrees right now with winds at about 7 to 8 miles an hour. And as we look at Oakland, we got a high of 65 and a low of 53. The temperature is actually above the high at around 70 degrees, so it's pretty nice up in Oakland. As we go down south down to San Jose, we got a high of 73 and a low of 52. So that's our Bay Area temperatures for today. As we look at Palo Alto, today was around 66 degrees. We had a high 69, a low of 52. Winds at about 5 miles an hour. As we look at Wednesday and Thursday, we're expecting a lot of rain in the late afternoon tomorrow, but Thursday we're expecting a nice sunny day. As we go to the 5cast, we're expecting a lot of sunshine coming this weekend and a little bit of rain on Friday, so make sure on the weekend to go outside. Well, that does it for today's episode.
Be sure to visit our website to check out old episodes, check the bulletin, or to send us an email.
Until next time, have a great day, Pally.